Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Us? A team? The answer is yes.
Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not.
Oh, yes.
Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio, and streaming at KPVM.TV, and now on Roku devices on this Monday, April 14th, 2025. Good evening, I'm Chris Palermo. Here's what's happening. A two-vehicle accident occurred earlier today here in Pahrump, sending two individuals to the hospital with unknown injuries.
Jason Ernest of Mount West Lawyers. Don't be bullied by insurance companies. Call me, 775-727-9500.
At approximately 1:20 p.m. today, a two-vehicle collision occurred at the intersection of Barney Street and Mesquite Avenue, prompting a swift response from emergency crews. According to the initial report, a white Chevrolet Silverado was traveling eastbound on Mesquite Avenue when a white Dodge van heading south on Barney Street failed to yield the right-of-way and pulled into the path of the oncoming truck. The Silverado collided with the van on its right side, causing significant damage and trapping a passenger inside the van. Fire crews used the jaws of life to extricate the passenger from the vehicle. The individual was then airlifted by Mercy Air to UMC Trauma Center in Las Vegas with injuries currently listed as unknown. The driver of the Silverado was also injured in the crash and was transported to Desert View Hospital. The extent of their injuries has not yet been disclosed. While authorities investigated the scene and conducted cleanup efforts, traffic was rerouted around the intersection.
And more news now. A fatal wrong-way accident occurred on the I-15 this morning, April 14th, at around 2 a.m. And here's what News 25 knows so far.
Nevada State Police are investigating a fatal crash involving a wrong-way driver that occurred early Monday morning on the Interstate 15 about 25 miles north of Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Authorities report that this incident happened just before 2 a.m. when a minivan traveling northbound in the southbound lanes collided head-on with a semi-tractor trailer. The impact of the crash resulted in the death of one of the individuals at the scene. The driver of the semi was transported to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, according to officials. Emergency crews, including a fire and rescue team, responded to the scene. The southbound lanes of the I-15 near mile marker 79 remained closed for the investigation and cleanup. This is a developing story, and more details will be released when they become available.
And space testings have been occurring in recent times here in southern Nevada. Our News 25 Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers now joins us with more.
The Nevada National Security Site is home to the Nevada Space Proving Grounds, which marks the highest fidelity mission-scale lunar Martian testing facility nationwide. NASA conducted its Jet 7 test at the Nevada Space Proving Grounds this past November and recently released footage of the test campaign. Now let's hear from the Nevada National Security Site and NASA about this fascinating mission.
Jet 7 is one of our larger integrated test campaigns, and so we have different teams with multiple objectives. Some of those teams include navigation, so trying out different types of navigational aids for when humans go back to the moon and do traverses. We also have teams working on communication infrastructure, so working on radios and Wi-Fi and how to get the voices of the astronauts from the moon back to people on Earth.
The Nevada National Security Site and NASA have historically collaborated, advancing human-based moon explorations.
So we have very different kinds of radios and backpacks, and we're putting those on individuals and walking off into the landscape you have here at NSS, walking in and around craters so we can see how different types of radios, different frequencies behave, since this sort of environment is similar to a lunar surface.
We have some groups out there navigating around. We're using the Ice Cap Tower out here at Jet 7. That is a fantastic lunar lander for us, a good representation of the SpaceX Starship lander.
Between 1965 to 1972, every single Apollo astronaut that stepped foot on the moon first stepped foot onto the massive craters of the Nevada National Security Site.
It's amazing that the site can be a part of this because not only did we help historically with the Apollo missions and training up the Apollo astronaut candidates, but we can now help the Artemis missions with these jet exercises.
So we're probably maybe a third of the way point. So still kind of early development, kind of prototype systems. We're trying to make some choices on the actual flight designs that we'll make. So this early testing here helps us compare a bunch of different things, and we can eventually come to one choice and then produce that for actual space flight.
The Nevada National Security Site is comprised of 10 locations across the nation.
Nature will give you curveballs. We've been able to be stronger as a team, be flexible and adjust based on some of the challenges that the terrain gives us. But yes, I'd say we planned for a really long time, but the really fun part is the execution. And so we're really excited to be out here with the awesome hosts at NNSS.
NNSS is on the list of the top 5 places that we go train astronauts for lunar surface operations. So given that, we come here and test out the equipment that the astronauts will use.
The feeling of being part of the Artemis mission is pretty humbling. It's an amazing amount of very smart people and very smart teams and that are really coming together to make this Artemis thing happen. I love the history of Apollo and how we did it back in the 60s and early 70s. And so it's pretty humbling to be a part of it now that we're going back to the moon under the Artemis program.
The Nevada National Security Site has the capabilities to support all moon testing, training, and integration operations. Reporting from Las Vegas, I'm Maria Centers for News 25.
Thank you very much, Maria. Well, coming up, we've got sports, and there was a great benefit event held here in Pahrump over the weekend that would be benefiting the wild horses. You're watching News 25.
If this is your wreck, you need a check. If this is your wreck, you definitely need a check. Hurting a wreck, you need a check? We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Thank you, Pahrump, for making the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza #1 in vehicle sales and service once again. We'd like to return the favor. So right now, current Chevy owners can get up to $3,000 in additional savings on some of our most popular SUVs. What's that, you say? You don't own a Chevy? Well, trade in any 2011 or newer vehicle and receive an extra $2,500 off of some of our hottest selling new half-ton trucks from Chevrolet and GMC. Plus, we have low financing options, deep discounts, and other incentives, all to go the extra mile in saying thank you. We love you, Pahrump.
Ace Country.
Rise and shine. Tune in Sunday mornings at 8 for the Classic Country Breakfast with me, Mikey. I'll be playing a whole hour of all the classics. From Willie. On the road again. To Johnny.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
To Patsy.
Crazy.
To Dolly.
Jolene, Jolene.
All the classic country music to start your Sunday morning. You bring the hash browns, and I'll bring the Hank.
We learn a lot from our families, like valuable life lessons passed down through the generations. Lessons that build healthy habits and skills, and a healthy awareness of potential dangers. Lessons like how to fix a leaky faucet or pipe, so dripping water won't attract pests like cockroaches. And important things like gardening and caring for your yard by removing standing water, which will prevent disease-transmitting mosquitoes from thriving. How to clean up the crumbs when food spills happen, so your home won't become a magnet for mice or ants. You see, a pest-free home is a healthy home. And a healthy home is a happy home. When it comes to keeping our family safe, it's those little life lessons that make all the difference. For more information, visit pestworld.org.
I was in a wreck. I need a check. Get Lerner and Rowe.
Get your check. Get Lerner and Rowe.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
Get Lerner and Rowe.
Get smart. Get Lerner and Rowe.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo in sports. Well, the Vegas Golden Knights coming down the home stretch until the playoff season. Mikey has that and more.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Vegas Golden Knights in their final regular season home game taking on the Nashville Predators on Saturday. Fans saw beloved original misfit Jonathan Marchessault back on the ice at T-Mobile Arena for the first time since he became a Nashville Predator. First period, Nashville on the attack. Osterley makes it 1-0. Second period, Tanner Pearson down low, up ice to McNabb, over to Brett Howden. Tied at 1. Bring it in. VGK in the zone. Nick Waugh with the give and go. 2-1 Knights. Still in the second period. Power play for Vegas. Look at this beautiful passing clinic. Holtz makes it 3-1. Third period. Preds with the puck. Check out this little spin move by LaRue. Marchessault jams it in. Englund shoots it from up top. Del Gaiso tips it in. Tied at 3. Uh-oh. 2 minutes to go in the third period. Hannafin from up top with a rocket. 4-3, Golden Knights go on to win 5-3, clinching the Pacific Division. They'll play the Winnipeg Jets in the first round of the playoffs, but first they play the Flames in Calgary on Wednesday. A goaltender for the Vegas Golden Knights faced the new all-time scoring leader without allowing him to net a goal. Now he's rewarded for being part of a rare company. Budweiser Canada announced it would send special cans to 28 goaltenders who never gave up a goal to Alex Ovechkin. That includes Schmid, who has stopped all 8 of the grade 8 shots in 4 games. The Las Vegas Aviators scored 24 runs over the weekend, beating the El Paso Chihuahuas on Saturday 11-2, then on Sunday 13-6. The Aviators host the Sugarland Space Cowboys for a 6-game set, starting with an early day game on Tuesday, April 15th. And a moment that made my parents cry. Rory McIlroy. His wait for the career Grand Slam is finally over. Shh, he's about to putt.
The long journey is over. McIlroy has his masterpiece.
The 35-year-old from Northern Ireland overcame a shaky start and an even more perilous finish in the final round of the 89th Masters at Augusta National Golf Club on Sunday to defeat Justin Rose in the first hole of a sudden death playoff to win a green jacket and become only the 6th golfer to complete the career Grand Slam. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thank you, Mikey. And, well, you always know that there's plenty of talent here, right, in Pahrump, so you want to pay attention to this story. A high school junior here in Pahrump now has the opportunity of a lifetime after spending many hours learning and practicing the art of theater. Luigi DeAngelis has been invited to the International Thespian Festival, but he needs the public's help.
A local high school student is preparing for a spotlight on an international stage after earning top honors in a statewide theater competition. Pahrump Valley High School's Luigi DeAngelis, a junior and first-time competitor, has been invited to perform and train at the prestigious International Thespian Festival this June at Indiana University in Bloomington from the 22nd to the 27th. Competitors submit recorded performances in categories such as solo acting, musical musical theater and duet scenes. His standout performance did not just meet the expectations, but shattered them. Despite the judging rubric capping scores at 20, DeAngelis received 2 scores of 23 and 1 score of 19, averaging out at 21.6 continued. News 25 also asked Luigi about what specifically got him into loving theater.
My mom, when I was in elementary school, maybe it was me and I didn't realize it, but she said, my family will tell you I was incredibly dramatic. And so she found this organization, I'm going to call it that, called the Drama Kids. And so she was like, I think you would enjoy this. And so she threw me in. They taught me all the basics. They're like, you need to articulate, project, you need to know what to do when you don't remember what you're supposed to do, so improv. But then in middle school, I was like, I have to memorize a longer script, longer lines. No thanks, that sounds rough. And then I saw You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, and they didn't have a Charlie Brown, so a teacher had to fill in. And it was very last minute because nobody auditioned for Charlie Brown. And after seeing it, I was like, I should have done that. I should have auditioned. I should have at least tried, even if I didn't get in. And so after that, I did not miss an opportunity.
However, this exciting opportunity also comes with a major challenge, the cost. While the base cost for Luigi to attend is only around $700 just for registration and participation fees, that does not include travel expenses, hotel accommodations, or meals.
And so just the total thing comes about to $6,000, and it's a really big number, but it's so I can go. So my troupe director can go, which is Dr. Duvall. She has to be there in order for me to compete, and it's highly recommended because that's why I was invited to go and compete. And then in order for safety purposes, it is requested that a parent or guardian goes, and so we need 3 people in order for me to attend.
Unfortunately, the school is unable to provide financial support, and the registration deadline is quickly approaching on May 7th.
It is so nice to feel this supported and loved and cared for by my own community, because my whole life I felt super supported by my own family. They've been my #1 supporters since the beginning, but it's a new feel because I haven't been here for super long. It's only been 3 or 4 years, and I have teachers who are investing in me, and knowing that if people are willing to give, it's to feel that kind of cared for is a whole new experience. It's very, very heartwarming.
To donate, you can either visit curate.com using the link on the screen, or you can use the QR code on the screen that will bring you to the My School Bucks website.
Well, we're certainly wishing you all the best, Luigi. And folks, if you want to revisit that story and go ahead and help, go to our Facebook page for more information. More news coming up, your weather, and lots more. News 25.
It's Ram Truck Month here at Saida Trudeau, your original hometown dealer. Being your hometown dealer isn't just a slogan. It has a deeper meaning to us. It's helping your neighbors in a time of need. It's knowing everyone at the barbershop, gas station, and grocery store. At Saida Trudeau, we've been serving our community for over 23 years. Our community was built on people from across America. From retired military veterans to farmers, we know how hard you work. During Ram Truck Month, we celebrate you. Come into Saida Trudeau all month long and take advantage of incredible savings, like 1.9% financing for 72 months or as much as $10,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500s. That's a great deal for Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. You work hard for your money. During Ram Truck Month, we'll help you keep more of it. Come into Saida Trudeau, your original hometown dealer for Ram Truck Month. Going on now.
In the quiet corners of our country, everyday people with a love for the outdoors are leaving the world a little better than they found it. With no recognition or pat on the back, the reward is the rustle of leaves, the ripple of water, the call of the wild. These are the unsung heroes of the wetlands. Everyday people investing their time, their resources, and their hearts into conservation. They are the stewards of our most precious resources, ensuring that the magic of the outdoors lives on for future generations. Ducks Unlimited relies on the hard work and support of these individuals,
Without their dedication, our mission to protect these vital ecosystems for those who draw inspiration and sustenance from them would remain out of reach. Join Ducks Unlimited and become part of a community of outdoor enthusiasts committed to preserving our wetlands for the next generations of unsung heroes. A public service from Ducks Unlimited.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Over the weekend, Southwestern Wilds held an event at Dry Creek Saloon, raising money for their nonprofit with vendors, food, music, and a dunk tank with Sheriff Joe McGill. This event was surely a success, and News 25 spoke with the woman in charge of putting this whole event together.
The support has been outstanding. We cannot say enough thank yous to not only the community, but to our corporate sponsors, to RIA for Dry Creek Saloon, to Joe McGill. Sheriff Joe McGill is going to be down here at 2 o'clock in the dunk tank. Got our Vice President, Vanessa, that's been working so hard on it. All our board members are here. Phenomenal turnout. I don't even know what all to say.
We have raffles available for all kinds of people. We have an amazing raffle that Star Nursery did for $250. Planters, fresh flowers, it's time to plant, spring has sprung. We also have a really nice gas grill that Home Depot donated to Southwestern Wilds. We'll be raffling that off as well. It's about a $320 grill. And baskets galore,
spa packages and massages,
and our vendors. We have just a buffet of vendors here. Something for everybody.
This is an organization that helps our entire community. We all live here. Our Mustangs live here. Our Burros live here. They're getting hit up here on Highway 160. There's no fences. This organization has come together to try to help these Mustangs. If you live here, it's your responsibility.
We want this to be a monthly event. So much goes into setting it up and doing it the right way, and all the right vendors are here. Good positive vibes, no drama, working together. Yeah, we definitely plan on doing it again.
Yeah, we're always looking for fresh faces. We're in the works of possibly making this a monthly Wilds and Wares where Dry Creek would be hosting, and every third Saturday of the month. It's tentative at the moment, but we are always looking for vendors to load up the vendor booth area. So please contact us. You can get a hold of us, otherwise southwesternwilds.org. And we do have a donate button on there. If you're sitting at home, aren't able to come down, please donate.
Well, it looks like it was a lot of fun. And from New York slices to Philly cheesesteaks, one local spot is serving up big city flavors with every bite. KPVM is here to take you inside the kitchen where classic American cities inspire every pizza and sandwich.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Gary Rurens. I am the owner here at Mia Ava East Coast Pizza. The name Mia Ava comes from my two granddaughters, Mia and Ava. They're pizza lovers, so that's why we named the place after them. We've been open since June of last year. In that time, we managed to win the Pahrump Best Pizza Award, and then we entered ourselves into the World Championships just out of experience and just out of fun. And by the grace of God, we actually came second. So we are super proud of that. We are second in the world in the traditional category for that. We do 3 types of pizza here. We do the New York pizza, the Detroit pizza, and the Grandma pizza. New York is traditional New York style thin crust. The Detroit is a thick pan crust. And the Grandma pizza is a large pan crust again, but is a thin crust. Since June, all our ingredients, we've managed to nail down our best ingredients we can find. They come out of Las Vegas for all our Italian distribution. We've got the finest ingredients we can possibly offer. We have to pay a lot extra for that, but all our customers can tell that, and the awards show it. in the taste and everything else that we do here. But we're based here on 1971 South Pahrump Valley Boulevard. Come on down, we're open 7 days a week from 11 till 8 o'clock in the evening. Best times is the lunchtime slices for $4.99 with a drink for a slice and a drink. Come on down and see us.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
And that's a Lerner and Rowe Weather Cam looking outside of the KPVM-TV studios here in Pahrump, Mount Charleston. They're just about all done skiing up there. The snow is melting. You want to do some skiing, you have to do some water skiing on Lake Mead. Complete forecast coming up in a bit.
Got bills? Need some pay? Then come be a cowboy trucker at Ponderosa Dairies in Amargosa Valley. They're currently seeking experienced CDL drivers to haul hay, grain, and milk while earning up to $2,000 a week. This isn't a job, it's a career. Whether you hit the open road or drive around Nevada's biggest dairy, they offer a great wage, benefits, and 401k retirement package. If you have what it takes to be a good hand, isn't it time you ride for the brand? The beautiful Ponderosa Dairies are currently hiring qualified CDL drivers who have doubles and tankers endorsements, as well as the ability to drive a standard transmission. If this is you, call Ed now, 702-682-3339. Once again, 702-682-3339. Send an email with your information to ap@ponderosadairy.com. Join the family at Ponderosa Dairy.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. If you're hearing this, it means you're probably not dead, which is great. Call our office today to schedule an appointment for your will or your trust so that your family can be taken care of when you pass away. On the other hand, if you've recently lost a loved one, now it's time to talk and go over how to administer their estate. In either case, give us a call today, 775-727-9900. Let us show you why we've been recognized by Best of Las Vegas and voted Best Attorney for Pahrump for the last 4 years. Call today, 775-727-9900.
It's cold outside. It's cold inside. Daniel, can you come help me? Thanks, Daniel. Now we're warm and cozy.
Good evening, Nevada. My name is Rory Rosell, coming to you from the Channel 25 Weather Studios and taking a look at Nevada right now. Up in northern Nevada, Fernley and Fallon are both seeing 76 degrees. Carson City is at 73, Tonopah's at 71, Goldfield is also at 73 degrees, but Beatty's at 83 degrees, Amargosa's at 88, Las Vegas at 86, and Death Valley's at 98 degrees. But here in the beautiful Paradise of Pahrump, it is currently 85 degrees. The high today was 87. The wind was blowing south-southeast at 10 miles per hour, humidity 9%. And the sun rose this morning at 6:11 and is setting tonight at 7:17 p.m. The humidity rises up to 17%, and the wind continues to blow east-southeast at 11 miles per hour. The low tonight is going to be 61 degrees. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. We will be seeing some pretty cool temperatures the next 7 days, but after 7 days happens, we go back up to 80 degrees. Tomorrow on Tuesday, it's going to be 86. On Wednesday, 82. Down into the 70s on Thursday at 71, and then into the 60s on Friday at 63 degrees. Back up into the 70s on Saturday and Sunday at 74 and 79, and then next Monday will be 80 degrees. So we are really seeing that roller coaster of temperatures. That's going to be it. Back to the desk. Here's Chris.
Okay, happy Monday. Miss Roselle's looking pretty good. And again, it's the Chris Car Wash forecast giving you the okay to go ahead and get it washed because there's no rain or precipitation coming out soon. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight. Chris Palermo, News 25. Make it a great night.